The truth about proteins. Your oncologist never told you. Have you ever wondered why some people beat cancer while others suffer from recurrences? What if the answer was on your plate, specifically in the proteins you choose to consume daily? What would happen if you discovered that certain proteins may be silently reigniting cancer cells in your body? The battle against cancer does not end when the treatment ends. In fact, it is when a new journey begins. About 80% of cancer survivors lose muscle mass during treatment, leaving them vulnerable and weak. The protein choices you make today can be the difference between ongoing remission and cancer recurrence. More than 60% of cancer survivors do not consume enough protein, compromising their recovery and immunity. Let's get started. The hidden power of proteins in cancer recovery. Your body relies on the proteins to rebuild damaged tissues after aggressive treatments like chemotherapy and radiation. Protein isn't just for gaining muscle. It's critical for strengthening your immune system against remaining cancer cells. During cancer treatment, your protein needs increase significantly, often doubling compared to healthy people. Strong muscles are not just an aesthetic issue. They function as an essential metabolic reserve during periods of intense physical stress. Proteins are made up of amino acids that act as building blocks for enzymes and antibodies that fight cancer cells. For women after menopause, the decrease in estrogen makes adequate protein consumption even more crucial to preserve muscle mass. Choosing the right proteins can literally reprogram your body to fight the inflammation that fuels cancer. Studies show that cancer survivors with higher intakes of high-quality protein have a lower risk of recurrence by up to 40%. Protein quality is just as important as quantity when it comes to cancer recovery and relapse prevention. But did you know that some proteins can do more harm than good for cancer survivors? Imagine consuming something on a daily basis thinking it's helping your recovery, when in fact you're creating the perfect environment for cancer to return. What if you could reprogram your diet to create a hostile environment for cancer cells? The 3 treacherous proteins that silently feed cancer. What you eat after cancer treatment can be just as important as the treatment itself in determining your long-term outcomes. Certain proteins can trigger inflammatory processes that create the perfect environment for cancer cells to proliferate again. Recognizing and eliminating these food saboteurs can strengthen your defense against cancer recurrence. Remember that chronic inflammation is like a low-intensity fire that can reignite dormant cancer cells. A. Soy protein. Isolates, the chemical trap in your supplements. These highly processed components are hidden in protein bars, shakes, and even in beverages recommended by health professionals. Unlike tofu and edamame, soy protein isolates are extracted using hexane, a chemical solvent that shouldn't be in your body. Most soy protein isolates are genetically modified and devoid of the beneficial compounds found in whole soy. Industrial processing removes isoflavones and fibers from soybeans, leaving only a low-quality protein with inflammatory potential. These compounds can interfere with your hormonal balance at a time when your body needs stability to recover. Many people consume these isolates daily without realizing the negative impact they can have on their recovery from cancer. Always check product labels and avoid anything that contains soy protein isolate in the ingredients list. Whole soy products like tofu and tempeh are completely different and can even help prevent cancer, as we'll see later. What if you knew that certain foods in your fridge are classified at the same risk level as cigarettes for cancer survivors? 2. Processed meats, as dangerous as cigarettes for cancer survivors. Bacon, ham, sausage, bologna, and other sausages are classified as Class 1 carcinogens by the World Health Organization. Being in the Class 1 category means that these foods are in the same group as tobacco and asbestos for the potential to cause cancer. The nitrates and nitrites used as preservatives in processed meats turn into N-nitroso compounds in the body, which are known to damage DNA. A single daily serving of processed meat increases the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%, according to extensive epidemiological studies. These preservatives are deliberately added to extend the shelf life of products, but can shorten their life in the process. For cancer survivors, eliminating processed meats altogether may be one of the most important decisions to prevent recurrences. Even natural versions of processed meats often contain problematic preservatives under different names on labels. Replace these options with fresh, unprocessed proteins that nourish your body instead of increasing your risk of recurrence. You'll be surprised to find out how your energy and well-being can improve when you eliminate these inflammatories from your diet. 3. Red meat. The secret is in the right amount. Unlike processed meats, unprocessed red meats like steak and pork don't need to be completely eliminated. The current recommendation is to limit consumption to 2 or 3 small weekly servings, each with approximately 85 to 113 grams. Studies show that consuming more than this can increase levels of IGF-1, a growth factor linked to cancer cell proliferation. The American Cancer Society warns that excessive consumption of red meat significantly increases systemic inflammation in cancer survivors. The cooking method also matters. High temperatures and charred meats produce heterocyclic amines, potentially carcinogenic compounds. An adequate serving of red meat should be about the size of the palm of your hand, not the entire hand. Opt for lean cuts and grass-fed meats when possible, as they contain healthier fat profiles. Consider red meat as an occasional side dish, not as the center of your daily meals to minimize inflammatory risks. But what if there were proteins that not only feed your body, but actively fight cancer at the cellular level? 8 super proteins that disarm cancer cells. Now let's move on to the really good news, specific proteins that not only fuel your body, but actively fight cancer. These options not only provide essential amino acids, but they also contain bioactive compounds that can help prevent cancer recurrence. Incorporating these proteins into your daily diet creates an internal environment that is hostile to cancer cells and favorable to healthy cells. Think of these choices as your personalized defense team, constantly working to keep cancer at bay while strengthening your body. A. Lentils, the little allies in repairing damaged DNA. These powerful legumes contain 18 grams of protein per cup, along with a generous dose of fiber to stabilize blood sugar. The folate naturally present in lentils, vitamin B9, is crucial for DNA repair, helping your cells resist cancerous mutations. Lentils are also rich in iron, especially important for survivors who may be dealing with anemia after treatment. The bioactive compounds in lentils can inhibit angiogenesis, the process by which tumors develop new blood vessels to grow. 1 cup of lentils provides more than 50% of the recommended daily fiber, which is essential for a healthy gut microbiome. Studies show that cancer survivors with higher legume consumption have a better prognosis and a lower recurrence rate. Try adding lentils to soups, salads, and as a meat substitute in sauces, taking advantage of their earthy flavor and satisfying texture. Lentils are incredibly versatile and easily absorb the flavors they are cooked with, making them an easy addition to almost any meal. What would you say if you knew that there is a snack you can eat daily that actively fights cancer recurrence? 2. Nuts and seeds, the complete arsenal against cancer recurrence. Flax seeds lead the pack with their lignans and omega-3s, powerful anti-inflammatories that can inhibit the growth of cancer cells. Studies show that flax seeds are particularly beneficial for breast and prostate cancer survivors due to their anti-estrogenic properties. Pumpkin and chia seeds not only provide complete protein, but also zinc and antioxidants that support optimized immune function. Walnuts contain ellagic acid, one of the most potent polyphenols known to induce apoptosis, or programmed cell death in cancer cells. Brazil nuts are exceptionally rich in selenium, an essential mineral for antioxidant enzymes that protect cells from oxidative damage. Just 2 Brazil nuts a day provide more than 100% of the recommended daily intake of selenium, a nutrient often deficient in survivors. Add these seeds and nuts to smoothies, salads, yogurt, or consume them as snacks to easily incorporate their anti-cancer properties into your daily diet. A small handful of mixed nuts daily can reduce systemic inflammation by up to 29%, according to recent research. Did you know that your gut is home to 70% of your immune system and can be strengthened with a simple food swap? 3. Greek yogurt, the protector of your immune system. 1 cup of Greek yogurt contains an impressive 19 grams of protein with only 150 calories, making it an extremely efficient option. The probiotics in yogurt grow beneficial bacteria in your gut, strengthening immunity and improving nutrient absorption. Recent studies show that a healthy gut microbiome can significantly influence the body's response to cancer therapies. The bioactive compounds in yogurt may help reduce gut inflammation that often persists after treatments such as chemotherapy and radiation. Always opt for unsweetened plain Greek yogurt, as flavored versions can contain up to 25 grams of added sugar per serving. You can naturally sweeten your yogurt with fruit, ground flax seeds, and some honey for a protein-rich and anti-cancer meal or snack. The calcium present in yogurt is also crucial for survivors who may be at higher risk of bone loss due to certain treatments. Research indicates that regular consumption of probiotics can reduce inflammatory markers by up to 23% in cancer survivors. What if a simple change in your protein source could dramatically slow down cancer-related inflammation? 4. Wild salmon, the ultimate anti-inflammatory protein. A serving of 113 grams of wild salmon provides 28 grams of high-quality protein, along with essential omega-3 fatty acids. These omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA, are powerful anti-inflammatory agents that can help inhibit the development and spread of cancer. Studies show that people who follow the Mediterranean diet, rich in fish such as salmon, have significantly lower rates of cancer recurrence. Wild salmon contains astaxanthin, an antioxidant that gives it its pink color and can protect healthy cells from damage during treatments like radiation therapy. Wild salmon generally contains fewer toxins and pollutants like PCBs and dioxins compared to their farmed counterparts. If fresh is not available, canned wild salmon still offers significant benefits and can be easily incorporated into salads and quick meals. The selenium and vitamin D naturally present in salmon are critical nutrients for optimized immune function in cancer survivors. 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish like salmon per week is ideal for maintaining anti-inflammatory levels in the body. Surprisingly, one of the most controversial foods may be one of your best allies against cancer. 5. Eggs, the perfect nutrient that has been unfairly demonized. Each egg provides more than 6 grams of complete protein, along with essential nutrients often deficient in cancer survivors. The choline present in gemstones is crucial for cell growth and repair, functions compromised during and after aggressive treatments. Modern studies debunk long-held myths about eggs and cholesterol, showing that they have minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels for most people. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that can help protect healthy cells from damage caused by radiation and chemotherapy. The vitamin D naturally present in eggs is particularly important for cancer survivors, as low levels are associated with worse outcomes. Eggs from grass-fed hens contain up to 3 times more omega-3s and significantly higher levels of vitamins A and E. Egg protein has the highest biological value of all food sources, meaning your body can utilize it with maximum efficiency. Consuming whole eggs, not just the egg whites, provides the complete nutritional profile needed to optimize your recovery and prevent recurrence. The next food may seem like a fashion trend, but it's actually an ancient remedy for internal healing. 6. Bone broth, the healing elixir for your gut. This traditional superfood contains collagen and glycine that help repair the intestinal lining, which is often damaged by cancer treatments. A healthy gut is critical for proper nutrient absorption and immune function, 2 critical factors for cancer survivors. Bone broth provides easily absorbable minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which are often depleted during intensive treatments. The specific amino acids in bone broth can help reduce chronic inflammation that creates a favorable environment for cancer cells. Preliminary studies suggest that the compounds in bone broth may help mitigate some side effects of treatments like nausea and loss of appetite. Consuming bone broth regularly can help protect and strengthen joints, which are often affected by certain chemotherapy medications. Prepare your own broth at home, using bones from grass-fed animals to ensure the highest quality and avoid problematic additives. Drink it neat as a comfort drink, or use it as a base for soups, stews, or to cook grains to add nutrition and flavor. What if you could swap an inflammatory carbohydrate for a protein that stabilizes your blood sugar and fights cancer? 7. Quinoa, the miracle substitute for white rice. This ancient seed contains 8 grams of complete protein per cooked cup, along with 5 grams of fiber for blood sugar stabilization. Unlike white rice, which can cause glucose spikes and inflammation, quinoa maintains stable levels of energy, crucial for recovery. Rich in magnesium and potassium, quinoa helps fight fatigue and muscle cramps common in cancer survivors. The unique flavonoids in quinoa have demonstrated anti-cancer properties in laboratory studies, including the ability to inhibit the growth of tumor cells. Quinoa is technically a seed, not a grain, making it a nutritious option even for those following gluten-free diets after treatment. Its complete amino acid profile is rare among plant sources of protein, providing all the essential amino acids needed for tissue repair. Try using quinoa instead of rice in soups, salads, or as a side dish to maximize nutrition at every meal. Cooked quinoa keeps well in the fridge for up to 5 days, making it perfect for meal prep during periods of low energy. The last group of proteins on this list shatters one of the biggest myths about food and cancer. 8. Tofu and tempeh, the surprising truth about soy and cancer. 1 cup of tempeh contains an impressive 31 grams of protein, while tofu provides about 20 grams per serving. Contrary to outdated advice, modern research shows that whole soybeans may actually reduce the risk of recurrence, especially in breast cancer. The isoflavones in soy act as selective estrogen receptor modulators, blocking receptors in tissues where estrogen could promote tumor growth. Extensive studies of Asian cancer survivors consistently demonstrate protective benefits of moderate consumption of whole soy foods. Just avoid processed soy protein isolates, focusing on whole grain sources like tofu, tempeh, edamame, and miso. Fermented tempeh offers additional probiotic benefits that may improve gut health, which is crucial for a strong immune system. Both tofu and tempeh are extremely versatile and can replace meat in just about any recipe, broadening your repertoire of anti-inflammatory proteins. Unless you're consuming 3 soy lattes per day or taking isoflavone supplements, there's no need to limit whole soy foods. Now that you know the ideal proteins, how much exactly should you consume daily? Find out exactly how much protein you need to beat cancer. The protein needs of cancer survivors are significantly higher than those of people who have never faced the disease. The general recommendation is to consume at least 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily during recovery. For a 70-pound person, that means approximately 105 grams of protein daily, far more than the standard RDA. During active periods of treatment or recovery, your needs can increase to up to 2 grams per kilogram to compensate for muscle catabolism. Spreading your protein intake evenly throughout the day is more effective than consuming most of it in a single meal. Ideally, every meal and snack should contain some form of high-quality protein to maintain stable amino acid levels in the blood. Consult with your oncology dietitian to customize your needs based on your specific type of cancer, treatments, and current physical condition. Monitor your strength, energy, and body composition as indicators that you're consuming enough protein for your optimal recovery. Knowing the right proteins is just the beginning. You need to know how to incorporate them into your day-to-day life. Transformative recipes. How to incorporate anti-cancer proteins into every meal. Start your day with a Greek yogurt parfait topped with ground flax seeds, walnuts, and antioxidant-rich berries. For lunch, try a quinoa salad with wild salmon, hard-boiled eggs, and avocado for a powerful combination of anti-inflammatory proteins. Snacks can include homemade hummus with crunchy veggies or a small handful of mixed nuts to keep your energy levels stable. Turn ordinary dinners into anti-cancer meals by replacing rice with quinoa and processed meats with marinated tofu or seasoned lentils. Use bone broth as a base for nutritious soups that can be prepared in batches and frozen for low-energy days. Protein smoothies made with Greek yogurt, chia seeds, ground flaxseed, and fruit offer concentrated nutrition when appetite is reduced. Plan your meals in advance, emphasizing variety to ensure a full spectrum of amino acids and bioactive compounds. Invest in a good nutrition-focused cookbook for cancer survivors, or work with a dietitian who specializes in oncology. The journey to full recovery goes beyond just surviving treatment. It's about thriving after it. Your new beginning: more strength, less inflammation, zero recurrence. His battle with cancer was not just about surviving treatment, but about being reborn stronger and more resilient on the other side. The way you fuel your body now lays the foundation for decades of future health or vulnerability to recurrence. Every time you choose lentils instead of ham, Greek yogurt instead of processed soy protein, you are actively fighting cancer. Your body is constantly in a state of regeneration, and the proteins you consume provide the building material for each new cell. Imagine every meal as an opportunity to build a more cancer-resistant body, cell by cell, day by day. The recovery journey is not a straight line. There will be difficult days when you need to be kind to yourself. Remember that small, consistent changes over time have a greater impact than short-lived radical transformations. Share this knowledge with other survivors, as many still do not receive adequate nutritional guidance during and after treatment. You're not just nourishing your body, you're becoming an ambassador of life-saving habits for everyone around you. Studies show that survivors who implement evidence-based dietary changes are up to 70% less likely to recur. Its power to influence your future health is far greater than you can imagine, and it starts with what you put on your plate today. Take each day as a new opportunity to strengthen your body against cancer through conscious and informed food choices. You've already shown incredible strength in facing cancer. Now use that same determination to nourish your body in ways that prevent its return. Every meal is a statement. You're choosing life, vitality, and a future where cancer has no room to return. The knowledge you have gained today is not just information. It is a powerful tool in your ongoing journey to vibrant health. May every protein on your plate be a building block for a strong, resilient, cancer-free body for years to come.